Amid intensifying diplomacy over the Iran conflict, Mr. Donald Trump, he has made a surprising statement that has quickly drawn global attention. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking to the reporters, Trump said he must go to Islamabad if a peace agreement with Iran is finalized there. This remark, it has sparked speculations that Pakistan could emerge as a central player in the ongoing negotiations between Iran and the United States, potentially hosting a major diplomatic breakthrough. Well, you know what? Trump's comments stand out because they reflect an unusually optimistic tone as compared to the recent escalation in the tension, right? Well, he suggested that talks with Iran are progressing well and even claimed that Tehran may be agreed to the most of the key demands put forward by Washington. If that is accurate, then this would mark a significant shift in the dynamics of the conflict, which has been marked by deep mistrust and repeated setbacks in negotiations over the years. Wait, the possibility of an agreement that is being signed in Pakistan, it highlights the country's evolving diplomatic role. Surprisingly, it's Pakistan. Pakistan has maintained communication channels with both Iran and the US, playing a dual role here, positioning itself as a potential mediator that is capable of facilitating dialogue between the two sides. Hosting such a high-stakes agreement, it would not only elevate Pakistan's international standing, but also signals a broader shift in regional diplomacy, where neutral or semi-neutral actors, they play a larger role in the conflict resolution. Mr. Trump, he also hinted that the current ceasefire arrangement, it might need an extension if progress continues at the present pace. So this has raised hope that a more permanent understanding, it could be reducing the risk of further military escalation in an already volatile region. However, you know what? Such optimism, it is being viewed very cautiously by analysts here, given the history of fragile agreements and sudden breakthrough in the US-Iran relationship. At the very same time, there has been no official confirmation from Iranian side, though, regarding any final agreement or any acceptance of the US condition. So this uncertainty, it leaves open the possibility that negotiations, they are still at a very sensitive stage, where public statements may be part of a broader strategic messaging rather than a reflection of finalized terms. Well, diplomatic processes of this scale, they often involve multiple players of negotiations and outcomes. It can quickly depend on political and security development. Ladies and gentlemen, if a deal is eventually reached and signed in Islamabad, then it could have far-reaching implications far beyond just the US-Iran relation. It could influence regional allies, affecting global energy market and reshape how future conflicts are negotiated. For now, the situation remains fluid, with all eyes on whether these talks will translate into an agreement or remain another moment of cautious optimism in a long and complex geopolitical standoff.